talk I gave this morning was a review of the different positioning and navigation technologies that you might use on a low-cost unmanned aerial vehicle. So I took a series of examples across different types of technology we could use, but in particular I then tried to focus on the fact that at the moment most of the low-cost UAVs are using one sensor which they're using for two jobs, for navigating it, but also for then potentially positioning other sensors on the platform. And I think in the future we need to separate those two tasks because they've got quite distinctly different requirements in terms of accuracy and integrity that you would have. I think some of the future trends that we're seeing now in autonomous vehicles, in autonomy, are going to be understanding the requirements. Because at the moment we are applying technology, but it is not necessarily being fully defined as to what exactly we need. For example, if we're driving along a road, then there's going to be very different requirements as to whether it's just guidance in terms of a sat-nav, or whether you want to know whether you're in an individual lane or where you are in that lane. And so each of those is a different requirement in terms of accuracy and in terms of the trustworthiness you might need on those different phases as well. So I think a key stage, and we're getting to that at the moment, is understanding those requirements, and then we can define the technology that's going to address those requirements. To some extent at the moment we are jumping ahead of the horse to some extent, but we're trying to define, demonstrate technology without fully understanding some of the requirements. And that applies not only on roads, it applies on UAVs, in air vehicles, it applies on autonomous ships. It's very important to get those requirements specified first of all. For a number of years now, we know how to address accuracy requirements in positioning and navigation systems, but the real challenges now are getting the robustness. And I think over the next few years, that's where there'll be much more focus on providing not just the accuracy to meet the requirements, but understanding the trustworthiness, the integrity, and the robustness of the navigation solution that's going to provide that. And I guess we've been driven for the last few years by satellite navigation, by GNSS. And I think you could question, this may be strange coming from me as a professor of satellite navigation, to say that perhaps the future isn't GNSS because it can't be a single solution. We can't design a new satellite navigation system that's going to address all the robustness, but we can design integrated systems where we've got combinations of terrestrial and satellite and other technologies which are going to provide the robustness and resilience we need.